A person is a primitive primacy who has learned to write his next genome with silicon pencil. A few billions of years ago, the first living windows appeared on Earth that gradually began to turn into cyanobacteria. Oxygen photosynthesis began to prepare an atmosphere for complex forms of life. Another billion years passed and symbiosis of bacteria began to occur. Mitochondria appeared. Nuclear DNA, sexual process, and quick selection of signs appear. After another 600 million years, the first spastine fish began to evolve into various groups of animals. One of these groups was called pteropods. The limbs with the fingers lay the basic template of the future hand of primates. 66 million years ago, an asteroid flies to Yucatan. The death of dinosaurs occurs. Small insectivorous or proncting occupies empty niches. Paleocene, as soon as 500,000 years passed after the fall of the asteroid. Among the moist thickets of ferns, Purgatorius runs along the bark of charred trees, a beast the size of a modern mouse, but already with a primitive grip. Thumbs on the hind legs can clasp a branch. The sensitive scent picks up the sweet smell of fallen fruits, and moving ears, a rustle of larvae in a rotten bark. The animal is pulled up to the clusters of small berries Paleolithic, bites the skin with sharp incisors and licks the pulp. Tenacious claws lift the bark. The coin tongue grabs the beetle larva rich in protein. If you scare the flock of termites, Purgatorius spreads on the trunk, drawing insects like a miniature anteded. Fruits for breakfast, insects and spiders for dinner. Nature gave him energy for year-round propagation and laid the foundation of food flexibility. Early Eocene, thick tropics cover Africa and Asia. An ideal scene for the three most ancient prototypes of monkeys. Aliatlassius, a tiny grape thief weighing less than a home mouse. At dawn, he climbs through thin branches, grabbing paws by arguing berries and soft fruits of a cycas palm. Hearing a rustle in the husk, he instantly pushes the bark and lifts the beetle's larva with a lobby tongue. Taillardina, the animal on elongated plus, he jumps along the vines like a mini lemur. A sharp jump into the crown of a flowering tree, a quick stripping of nectar, then a swift throw behind a moth, frightened by its own wing. Arcacibus, 3 inches tall, but with the eyes of the owl. At night, he hangs, clinging to the hind legs, and like a laser, fixes the dragonfly against the background of the moon. Simultaneous separation of both hands and lightning otic capture. Dragonfly does not even have time to wave his wings. In the morning, Arcacibus replaces the menu with a juicy fig, preserving precious calories overnight. The overgrown Manon deltas of the late Eocene-Oligocene offer 3 ancient monkeys their own culinary niches. 35 million years ago, Catapythecus lives on the territory of modern Egypt. Only 600 grams of mass, but already with incisors like a lute. At dawn, he descends along the vasals, where cicadas spend the night, on the leaves. A quick throw with palms, tweezers. An insect is swallowed. Then Catapythecus tears the soft bark of swamp figs and licks sweet latex, compensating for moisture in a semi-desert climate. 30 million years ago, Egyptopithecus appears. His body looks deceptive. It looks small, but weighs a lot. He has strong and powerful root teeth. It slowly forced the upper tier, looking for the massed fruits of ancient ficuses. The jaws squeeze the fruit, the juice flows, the pulp is crushed. Between meals, the monkey scraps the bark in search of larvae of beetles. This is a protein bonus to a plant diet. 29 million years ago, on the territory of Saudi Arabia, Sidonius lives. It looks like a cross between a monkey with a macaque. Long limbs throw the body into a series of jumps. Paws break acacia pods. Having crushed them with fangs, Sidonius licks the sweet pulp and mucous membranes that protect the plant. The tide brings Heaving's crab. He grabs one thing, a stab on the stone, and the shell cracks. Early Miocene of East Africa. 20 million years ago. Forests soar from dew and solar pear. Kenya. Proconsul monkey without tail but does not yet know how to walk on the ground. On thick branches, he moves like a four-legged choreographer. The front paws feel the branch. The rear ones are already stretching to the next. Having discovered a cluster of figs, Proconsul grabs the branch with footsteps, freezes upside down and plugs the most ripe fruits upside down. A larva rustling under the bark. The claw pulls the bark. The lobe tongue shoots at the protein bonus. Morotithecus is already demonstrating the first rudiments of direct suspension. Tightening, the monkey hangs on the front paws. With free legs, pulls the flexible branches of acacia. The teeth cuts, cut off a young leaf rich in fiber and calcium. If a grasshopper is hidden in the foliage, Morotithecus throws it into his mouth with one ledge of fingers. Under the moon, he descends to the ground and, muttering, collects the fruits that fall out while the predators are asleep. Spain, 12.5 million years ago. In the half-covered fog of bay forests, Catalonia rummages the summer city. Paleolithic, low, about 35 kilograms of weight, but the stocky male clings to the smooth trunk of the ancient laurel with his palms. A wide chest and little worn ribs allow you to deeply inhale in front of heavy jerks up. Its goal is a fruit with a maximum glucose content. Rising, he feels the salty smell of a thunderstorm and knows that ripe fruits were knocked down by hail. Purgatorius passes into the four-point stand on the thick branch, grabs the fruit bump with two hands, and breaks on the knot to make glass of bitter resin. He lifts the bark with his claw, and with his thumb, almost a modern look, pulls out a larva. Fruit, fat, is an ideal energy cocktail to feed the cub pressed to the wool on the female's stomach. Dryopithecus Fontenay, France, 11 million years ago. Dryopithecus. This is a heavy up to 45 kilograms of weight, fruit king with lemon yellow enamels. The forest of the south of France then is the subtropical reserve of figs, honey, and hibiscus. Drio enjoys a systematic robbery tactics. In the early morning, it passes with crowns until the sun is soft and the juices have left the fruits, and in 2 hours, it removes most of the crop. He wraps a clustered with his palm, tears off 3 or 4 ficus and folds into the latch pocket. But at noon, when the heat is strangled, Dryopithecus becomes a predator. He descends to the stream, where the semitone river crabs Potamon froze in silt. Putting his hand under the stone, the monkey takes out a crab and hits it on the boulder, breaking the shell. He doesn't need protein. A female with a newborn receives a pulp, a male reputation. Together with crabs, the production includes Sternotherus turtle's eggs. Dry sand is swept away by the paw. The shell is cut with sharp incisors. Orurarin macedonensis, North Greece, 9 to 7 million years. Orurarin lives on the border of the forest and savanna, where the bushes cross with dry beams. His teeth, with a thick enamel coating, speak of a heavy diet. An evening transition to the thickets of Acacia grabenica, the separation of heavy, hard pits, the splitting of them with powerful premolars. Sweet juice is not enough, but after the drought season, this is calories that no one will take away. But there is also a hunting for potassium. Orurarin flips stones in dry channels, scooping up salt crystals with his paw and mocrits adhering to them. Minerals help neutralize the tannins of acacia. Orurarin finding the carrion of the gazelle, tearing the tendon with fangs crush, taking out the remains of the bone marrow. Danuvius Guggenmosi, Bavaria, 11 million years ago. Legs are adapted to walk through the branches, but the hands of the chain are likely. Hunting shift occurs at dusk. Forest lights are fireflies that attract night moths. Danuvius selects a branch with a wrist thick, clings with his feet, and throws out network of the fingers free hands. A jerk, cotton, and a bloodworm in the palm of your hand. Danuvius breaks the young bamboo escape, puts his lips and sucks a watery core, replenishing electrolytes. After 20 minutes, the bamboo will begin to harden. Baronius Manfred Schmidti, Greece, 10 million years ago. Baronius is similar to a dwarf, only 15 to 20 kilograms, but with long hands of a wedge-shaped cross-section resembling a flying brush. Living along the coast of the Paleolithic Sea, he gains height along the slope of the pine, then stretches on the side branches, leaning his back on the trunk, and makes a sharp side climb to the neighboring pine tree, collecting the terry kidneys and larvae of the pine sawright. But its main innovation is when small Laris seagulls sit on the prison-burning boulders. Baronius tears a flat pebble and throws it on top, scaring the bird and knocking out the just-caught fish from the beak. The catch falls on the sand, and the monkey takes the gift of the sea. An internal analysis of micro-cracks on the shoulder showed high loads from shots, an indirect argument in favor of such tactics. Chad, 7 million years ago. Preventive cold of Sahel. Busy savanna is broken by rare swamps, where sedge stores the last moisture of the season. The Sahelanthropus male stretches a flat face over the grass. The occipital hole is already closer to the center of the skull, which means that the head holds human vertically. On the four limbs, he approaches the turnrat bush, grabs a handful of fleshy fruits, filling the cheeks. Then he straightens, walks with two legs along the shallow puddle, where the talls of the Dryopithecus swarm. A crunch of small shells is heard. Today in the menu, sugar plus protein. This is an all-law in conditions where the saber-toe predators rule out at night and there is little food in the afternoon. Kenyan Hills Tugan, 6 million years ago. The slopes of the escarp in the morning throw long shadows. Orurarin, growth with modern chimpanzees, rises on strong femoral bones. Their spherical heads are already suitable for confident bipedia. First, a two-legged rise to the parking of the pastry, who threw the Podocarpus archers. Orurarin quickly collects the remains, then sharply stands on all fours, a daring jerk to the acacia trunk, where nightly cathidids are swarmed in the bark. Long fingers pick up insects until the branches surrender under the weight of the body. Pre-motion, 70% nut-like seeds, 30% of large insects. This is a calorie mix for muscle training. Ethiopia, 5 million years ago. In the mosaic of gallery forests and open fingers, Ardi walks on half-bent legs, but the foot is still clinging to a thumb with a thumb. Take a look at the morning route of the female. She bends the fifth branch, breaks 4 fruits, but eats only the pulp, spitting the seeds under the root. A small stone is broken by the Macrotermes termite. The sticky tongue and tenacious fingers collect insects. Protein gets the cubs. Ardipithecus, with a two-legged step, crosses the stream along the fallen barrel. There the grass is thickening, and the frogs of Pityginaea are hidden. One lightning move of the hand, and amphibians disappears into the mouth. Ardipithecus combine wood dexterity and ground economy. 50% fruits, 25% insects, 15% small amphibians, 10% tubers. Such a hybrid diet allows you to survive climate fluctuations when the forest retreats and the savanna occurs. In the next video, we will continue to talk about human evolution. Did you like the video? Put your finger up and leave the comments. Subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell so as not to miss new and interesting videos from the Real Unreal channel.